Hey there, Breakfast Club. Sketchy here. Today I want to talk about something topical, and not in the way you may be thinking. Rather than pushing my ideology or some agenda, some preconceived ideas I have about recent events, I want to talk about how these events are being perceived and handled. So in case you haven't already guessed, I'm talking about the San Bernardino shooting recently. So I made some interesting observations early on during this event that details were coming out about what exactly had happened, who the perpetrators were, things like this. The problem was that those were not factually correct. And furthermore, they were being used to push an ideology. So you have essentially two different ideologies at this point, vying for the narrative. On one hand, you had people saying, these are white extremists, this is American terrorism, it's the right wing, etc., etc. On the other hand, you had people saying, this is ISIS, this is a Muslim attack, it's a terror attack, using a lot of loaded words like this. In both cases, the facts were so skimpy and so scanty that there's no way they could have reasonably drawn that conclusion based on the evidence at hand. And in fact, it turned out that the evidence itself was false. The information that we were being fed, trickle-fed I might add, was all complete bullshit. So what actually happened is still a matter for debate. The details are still coming out and the picture is still not clear days later. So the point I'm making is, what is more important? The narrative that pushes your particular agenda, or the facts on the ground? Put another way, imagine you're a surgeon. A patient comes in, you've got the patient's chart, it says, this person came in for a vasectomy, so I'm going to give them a vasectomy. You perform the surgery as normal, everything goes as planned, textbook. The problem is, they actually came in for appendicitis, and somebody had changed the information on their chart. Think about it. This person could die of sepsis, and they just had an unwanted operation, changing their reproductive capabilities. The consequences are fairly dire for both you and them. The only reason that things went so wrong is that you were given bad information, and you acted upon bad information. We have to be very careful to observe what is actually coming into our field of view, where it's coming from. Are these facts substantiated? And then we can think about, how can we solve this? Does it even need to be solved? Could we have done anything? Was it a freak occurrence? Things like this. What I'm getting at is, if we pursue the narrative before the facts, what the fuck are we even doing? Do we care about the truth at all? If we win, if we're right, if our position takes the hold and becomes the dominant one, do we gain anything if that's based on faulty information? Or are we only hurting ourselves in the long term? That's all I wanted to say. I'm looking forward to the discussion on this one. And I know this is kind of a heated topic. San Bernardino shootings, ISIS comes up, things like that. But I'd really like if we talked about how the information's handled and take an introspective look at how we handle narrative play, both for and against a particular issue, based on the facts. I hope you guys have a great week. Up next, ZZZ Giant Awake.